Hey there, and welcome to the Contentment Creator Podcast, the podcast designed especially for creative entrepreneurs just like you who are committed to a beautiful life that's rooted in courage and contentment, and that's blooming with creativity and prosperity. I'm your host, Ellen Browen, a certified life coach, a singer, a mother, and a lover of alliteration, dogs, and deep conversation. This podcast is designed to become a part of your daily routine to help you, fellow contentment creator, dig deep to clarify your life vision, catalyze your creative flow, and fuel your entrepreneurial fire in just a few inspiring minutes each day. Each episode will focus on how it truly is possible for you to be and have all that you desire through leveraging creative and courageous perspectives and practices. Please follow and rate this show on whatever podcast app you listen on so you never miss a day, and join me in my mission to help a world full of content creators become a world of contentment creators. Each Monday, we will talk about conscious living, and today's episode is all about conscious partnership. Marriage isn't just about being there for the big milestones. It's about the quiet art of being present in the everyday, where the magic of connection truly lives. Presence is the unsung hero of every successful relationship. It's what turns moments into memories and disagreements into opportunities for growth. Today, we're diving into how mindfulness and intention can revolutionize your relationship, one present moment at a time. Let's start with quality time. Presence during these moments is like sunshine for your relationship. Without it, the connection can wither, no matter how much time you spend together. Have you ever been on a date with your partner, but one or both of you were glued to your phones or just lost in your own thoughts? It's being there without really being there. Now think about the dates or quality time where you've put the distractions aside and given your partner your full attention, not just to what they're saying, but what they're feeling and experiencing. It's a fresh opportunity to get curious about each other again. This doesn't mean every moment needs to be deeply profound. Sometimes presence is just sitting in silence together, sharing the same space, allowing that quiet comfort to speak for itself. Other times, presence is the permission to be little kids together again without judgment. Being present is quite simply an actionable way to say to your loved one, "You matter to me." Now let's talk about the tougher moments in relationship: conflict. Presence is the antidote to reactive, destructive arguments. When emotions run high, it's easy to get swept up in the heat of the moment and say things that wound rather than heal. But practicing presence allows us to pause, name what's happening, and choose a different path. Here's where the magic phrase, "I'm becoming activated," comes in. Think of it as pulling the emergency brake on a runaway train. It signals to your partner and to yourself that you recognize the emotional escalation. Naming it can redirect the energy away from a head-to-head battle and toward a heart-to-heart conversation. Being present during conflict also means tuning into your body. Is your heart racing? Are your shoulders tight? Those physical cues are often the first signs that you're in fight or flight mode. And in that space, awareness is the gateway for choosing connection over conflict. It's tempting to operate on autopilot and play the blame game with our spouse for what they did or didn't do. But mindfulness is a muscle that you can strengthen, and it has a sort of domino effect on others. When you practice, you cause new levels of connection and presence around you. So here are a few ways to start small with your person. Number 1, daily check-ins. Set aside 5 minutes to actually connect with your partner each day. That means slowing time down, putting the to-do list away, and tuning in. And one option might include, instead of asking, "How was your day?" and getting a generic response, try asking open-ended questions like, "What's been on your mind today?" Or "What were some of the highlights and lowlights today?" Or even, "How can I support you right now?" if your partner seems weighed down. Number 2, practice active listening. Some even call this a mirroring exercise. This means listening not to respond, but to understand. Repeat back what your partner says to make sure they feel heard. Instead of saying, oh, yeah, me too, something like that happened today for me, and then launching into your own story, try, I can see that you're feeling really discouraged about that interaction at work today. I'm so sorry. What do you need? Number 3, mindful breathing. Before a conversation, especially a tough one, take a few deep breaths to center yourself. Better yet, take a few deep breaths in sync together while holding hands. When your nervous systems can positively influence each other, it levels the playing field. So, here's your reminder. Presence is a skill, not a destination. It's about giving your best in the small, quiet moments and the heated, messy ones. The more you practice, the more natural it becomes to approach your partnership with mindfulness and intention. Because at the end of the day, the strongest relationships aren't built on grand gestures. They're built on the daily choices to show up, stay curious, and stay connected. Thanks for spending time with me today, and here's to crafting more present and powerful partnerships in your life. Tune in to my next episode all about how our creativity creates deep connection and how we can build safety and play into our intimate relationships. If you enjoyed today's episode, please show your support by rating and reviewing in your app of choice. It would truly mean the world to me to hear from you.